Most people think the choice is simple. New or used, one trip or second-hand, and almost every video out there tells you the same thing. New is clean, used is rusty, pay more for new. That's not wrong. But it's the surface. And if that's all you know when you buy, you still can make expensive mistakes with either one. Today, I'm not going to tell you which is better. I'm going to tell you what you're actually buying. The part the label doesn't say. Quick note, if you want to compare real options for your job, go to shipping-containers.com.au and start with the quiz. I'm Andy and I know containers, born and raised in Germany, now here in Australia to help you make better container decisions. So let's clear up the biggest misunderstanding first. One trip is not a condition, it's a travel history. It tells you the container was recently built and shipped one time to get here. That's it. It does not tell you in what shape it is. Here is what nobody says. A one-trip container can arrive looking rough. If it was loaded with something heavy on that one trip, like steel, machinery, dense cargo, it can come off the ship with real dents and things. Technically, it's still a one-trip, but practically the container condition might be no better than a cargo-worthy used box. Same label, completely different container. So when someone tells you it's a one-trip and stops there, they've told you how many times it sailed. They haven't told you a single thing about its actual condition. And that's a trap. You're buying a word, not a container. Now let's talk about this one. And let's kill a myth while we are here. Rust. Everyone panics about rust. But this is corten steel. It's designed to form a layer of surface rust on purpose. That layer protects the steel underneath. It's not a damage, it's the steel doing its job. Surface rust is normal. Surface rust is fine. The only time rust is a real problem is when it's gone all the way through, when it's perforated the steel. So a used container covered in the surface rust can be structurally perfect. And a container that looks okay can be rotten in the wrong spot. Don't judge it by how much rust you see. Judge it by whether it's gone through. Now here's the one that costs people the most money. And it's got nothing to do with the rust. It's the floor. Every container floor that comes into Australia is fumigated. That's an important requirement. It has to be done. For storage, it means nothing. Throw your gear in, lock it up, done. But the moment people are going to spend time inside, like in a gym, in an office or a studio or anything habitable, that floor matters. For those builds, the floor needs to be sealed properly or replaced. That is part that catches people out. They buy a beautiful one trip, they build a nice office inside, and they never dealt with the floor. That's not a cosmetic detail, that's the difference between a build done right and a build done wrong. Okay, and now the money. This is where it gets very interesting and where the usual advice is out of the day. A one trip costs more upfront, definitely. And right now a one trip drops in value faster after you buy it. You're paying a premium for the newest available and the market discounts the moment it's yours. A cargo-worthy used container is different. It's already at the bottom of its value drop. It's done falling, and here's what surprises people. A good cargo-worthy container holds its value. Depending on the market, a solid cargo-worthy box can even sell for more than you paid. At that stage, whether it's 10 years old or 18 years old, barely matters. What matters is actually its sound. So if you measure value per dollar, not just newest, used can be the smarter buy. The market is shifting on this too. The gap between the two isn't fixed. Now let me deal with the CSC plate because everyone brings it up. The CSC plate certifies the container from international shipping. A used one usually has 12 to 18 months of validity left. A new trip or a first trip container comes with around 60 months directly from the factory. And here's the honest truth most sellers won't tell you. If you're not shipping it overseas, you probably don't care. Most end users never ship their containers again. It sits on their property as storage, as a workshop, or as a build. For them, an expired CSC changes nothing. It's still a good solid container. The CSC matters if you're going to export. For everyone else, it's a line on a plate that doesn't affect your day. So here's the real version, the one you won't get anywhere else. Stop buying the label, one trip. One trip tells you this travel story, not the condition. Used tells you it's older and it's not worse. Rust tells you the steel is working until it's gone through. And the floor tells you whether the seller was thinking about your actual project. Decide what the container is for. Storage or something you live and work in. Keep it or resell it. Looks or function. Answer that first, then the choice between one trip and used makes itself. If you want to see real examples of both and work out which one fits your job, go to shipping-containers.com.au and start with the quiz. I'm Andy and I know containers. See you in the next one.